today we're going to be removing a wall. We're going to remove this wall right here, which encases a staircase. It's not load bearing or structural, I mean. It is load bearing. There's a floor joist that sit on top of it. So we've got a beam we're going to put in. We're going to pocket in right in this area. Drop ceiling up there. So go ahead and follow along and you can see how we deal with this. Alright, so what I've done here is we wanted to see what was going on with the ceiling here to figure out which way the floor joists run. When we remove this wall, it's very important to know. If you look up in here, I've cut a hole in the ceiling so I can expose and see what's going on with the floor joists. You'll notice, you'll see a rafter right here. This is going this way across the room, supporting, this is called a drop ceiling. So the actual ceiling could be up higher underneath the floor joists, which the floor joists run this way. But it looks like they dropped the ceiling down about 7 inches. I'm guessing they did it for a sound barrier from the upstairs. You'll see here we've got plaster and sheetrock. So a layer of plaster, layer of sheetrock. Show you the stairway and why we're taking this wall out here. If you look how narrow this door is coming up and how narrow this stairway is, what we want to do is make this stairway wider and get rid of this wall right here. If you look up, you can see it's open. So none of the weight of the roof or anything is bearing on this wall. But we will have to support the weight of the floor joist, which you can see right here. The floor joists are going to run this way, parallel to each other, all the way down the span of the floor. So we will be supporting the floor joist by putting a beam in that'll run along the bottom of the floor underneath the joist here, and that way we'll be able to open up the stairway and make this really narrow stairway bigger and more inviting. Alright, so what I've done here is I've measured out to the bottom of a rafter center, and I've snapped a line coming down this whole wall. We'll need to cut the plaster and the sheetrock out in order to pocket a beam. Now, in order to do a beam, I had the lumberyard spec a beam. So what they want to know is the distance from this side of the room to this side of the room, because those are the floor joists we're going to be supporting. And then they want to know the span from our load-bearing wall, or our load-bearing wall, over to our other load-bearing wall, which is here. So the beam will pocket in this wall, the beam will span this whole distance and pocket in that wall, and then we can cut this wall out and open the staircase up and extend the stairs. Because we're cutting plaster, what we want to use is a grinder and a diamond blade. You can see this here. The diamond blade works really well for cutting plaster. You'll see the plaster is very dirty and messy as you cut it. Use a diamond blade. Cutting plaster, got to make sure to wear goggles and a mask. Not only is plaster super dusty and gets everywhere, but who knows if there's any lead in the paint, and because you're tearing it up, there's going to be tons of paint dust and dust everywhere. Make sure you wear a mask and goggles. This is why it's important to wear a dust mask when you are cutting plaster. You can see how dusty it is, and you don't want to be breathing this stuff in or getting it in your eyes.